Welcome back to the Spring Major Expert Division opening round hole 8. Here we're going to be playing a Thorn backspin shot. Um, you need APOC 5 plus and Thorn 8 plus. We're using a Wind 4 ball for this one, so Slayer type ball P3 plus, side spin 3 plus, Wind 4. You can use a P4 or a P5 ball if you like to slow your needle down, because we are doing a full OP shot. We're going to start off using we're going up the right hand side. We're going to use the left rough as our reference. APOC 5 and 6, 2/3 of the white ring in the left rough. At the top of the 4, APOC 7 is 1/3 of the white ring in the left rough, and APOC 8 is white ring touching the left rough, all at the top of the +4. We're going to use 6 top spin, 3 left spin, adjust P3 plus 10% max. If you're using a P3 ball, you're going to pull into a little bit of OP. It is what it is. You can use a higher power ball if the OP scares you. I did change the curl since this drive. We're using full OP and tip of the triangle left curl. So you want your center line touching the tip of the triangle here instead of the top tip here. It was just getting a little too close to the edge on the right. So I made a little change on that just to give us a little more breathing room. I'm sorry, on the left. A little more breathing room on the left. Beyond that, we're looking for around 370 to 380, somewhere in that range. Usually right around 375, 372, 77, somewhere around there. For the approach shot, it's going to play P3 numbers, no elevation at slider, so P3 plus 0 at slider. We're playing the approach shot with 8 backspin only, and we're going to offset it just above and just right of the cup. Now, we were doing a respin, and that's what I'm showing you here. And the reason I'm showing you this is because the respin is what led us to the final position that we're going to land in as far as the setup goes, right? And so this demonstrates how I got to that point. Now, you're going to have to keep in mind that there are wind angles in play here, since Playdemic has been very generous with the changing wind directions. It makes it a lot more difficult to dial these in and makes them seem a lot more complicated than they might actually be. So, giving you the base, pay attention to the wind angles. I'll give you my recommendations. So we're not. I respun this, but we're not doing that anymore. It's going to be 8 backspin only, and it's going to be P3 plus 0 at slider. And we did a pin check to get that slider value. So this is after my respin, and this is where we're going to be setting up just without doing a respin shot, right? So with your 8 backspin only added, this is where you want the tip of your ball guide. It's going to be touching the line just above the hole and splitting the square that's right next to the hole in half, right? In half, right here. So it splits this square in half. Now, that being said, there are wind angles, and some crosswind angles are going to require more offset, where you're going to need to set up closer to this side of the square with the tip of the ball guide, right? Some of them a little less. You might have to set up here. This one was set up here. So it's going to depend on your pull angle. It's going to depend on wind strength, wind angle, and where you put your drive, right? Further right on the fairway plays different than it does further left. And because of all of those reasons, we're giving you the base shot. Pay attention to the details as much as you care to or want to. It is the opening round, and these winds will change. So I'm not going to get bogged down in the details on this one. This is the shot that I think is going to give you the best chance at a drop. I mean, it's a crappy wind, right? But I think having a thorn shot with a little bit of practice, get familiar with the wind angles and what it's doing for you. Hopefully you'll be able to walk away from hole 8 with the eagle. So P30 at slider, 8 backspin only. The bullseye pin check, okay, is as follows. It is +6 is 87, 5 is 85, 4 is 83, 3 is 82, +2 is 80, 1 is 78, 0 is 76, -1 ring is 75, -2 rings is 73. If you're short of the check, 1 ring short is 88, 2 is 90, and 3 will be 92% slider. You can always count rings back for max if you want, but in the interest of time, we've done that work for you. So best of luck, everyone. Hope you get it. We'll see you on the next one.